Hi, I am Rhea. I am a very ambitious and hardworking young girl of 19. I am the second daughter of my parents. People around see me as a beauty diva, but I honestly do not care. We lived an average life since my father couldn't get enough earning from his job. As a college student of biology at Phoenix University, I have always been passionate about being a surgeon doctor, so I kept studying. I was so studious that I never had time for partying, clubbing, and making friends. Although I know that I had a lot of admirers, but I still don't give a damn. I remained focused on my course. I lived a stereotyped life in college, from the lecture room to the hostel, from the hostel to the library. However, I have one fault. I am an extremist, so you don't have to wonder why I am serious with my academics. I promised my dad to make him proud and tried to make good grades. My world came to a standstill just 24 hours to my first semester examination, as I was engrossingly studying biology, that I forgot that I have not eaten since morning and it was almost 4 p.m., and I suddenly slumped. The next place I saw myself was in a hospital bed. My father came, and the diagnosis proved that I had a hole in my heart that has accumulated badly, and the only solution that is beyond therapy is to have a heart transplant. So I was booked for a heart transplant. I wondered where on earth a donor can be gotten from. I felt devastated as I watched myself lying helplessly. Indeed, life dishes up so many: injury, illness, tragedies, abandonment. Though we may share replica experiences, yet every hurt differs. And no matter how many times our loved ones say, "We understand," they don't. You may even get pissed off at their words. It was not easy for me to bear this pain, as I was viciously knocked down by life. I was psychologically tripping and falling. I felt the impulse to rise and start moving. Oh, hell no. It's not possible. I was so weak. Agony descended on me. What shall become of my dreams? Nobody could cheer me up because I was living a friendless life. So my only succor is my family, my father and mother, and the doctors and nurses who kept speaking life into me. My parents started sourcing for funds to save my life. A lot of thoughts were already running through my brains. Where on earth will my dad get such amount of money? What will happen to me after now? It was quite challenging, but my dad determined to see that his only child lived. After 48 hours, the doctor told us that the only solution to the challenge is to keep checking if there would be instant accident cases that claim lives. In such cases, with the permission of the government, victims can be operated and the organs sold. Coincidentally, there was news of an accident that claimed 7 lives that same day. And from one of the victims, they got a heart for the transplant. It took hours to carry out the surgery, but at last it was successful. Everyone was happy as I gradually recovered with added beauty. But I started feeling different within myself. I lost interest for education. I hardly attend lectures, talk more of reading. People said I became rude and inhuman. And then my dress code automatically changed. I started disliking decent and corporate wears and preferred sexy and nude clothing. I started liking dancing. I got myself trained to be a strip dancer. Wherever there is a club, that's where you find me, no matter the time. Luckily enough, I got a job at a strip nightclub in town. I enjoyed my new job and entertained my customers well such that I was second to none in strip dancing. I was having a good time with the job and even started mingling with the manager. We became close and had fun severally. I got attracted to the manager the very first day I came to apply for the job, and the manager responded positively. On the night of Boîte de la Boîte, I rolled badly that my moves and rolls attracted Mr. Black. the manager of the strip club. I never knew he was crushing on me. For the very first time as I was dancing, my fist lost control and I almost fell off the strip with my head bowed to the earth, and I suddenly felt a hand that gripped me. On lifting my head, behold, it was Mr. Black. He whispered to me, "I love you. You remind me of someone special." He carried me down from the stage as I walked into my room panting like a dog that lost a fight. Then I asked who it was I reminded him of. He told me that it was his love that works here in the strip club that died some months ago, and he feels the same thing for me. Even right now, it's as if he is seeing her. I got scared the more. "What was the date of the accident?" I inquired. 7th of February, 2006, he responded. He also told me that it was 7 persons that died and the hospital they were rushed to. I immediately left him there and went to the hospital where my surgery was carried out and made all the inquiries. The document of the transplant was shown to me, as well as the photocopied death certificate which Mr. Black gave me, and it was confirmed that it was Soya's heart that was transplanted to me. My goodness, I couldn't believe it. I dropped a note that explains my findings to him at the bar and went home weak and confused to do anything, but I have to start preparing for the night show. I never knew that Black was still in love for me, not minding what I do for a living. How I strip myself at nightclub was not his concern. While in my cubicle, my white towel tied around my waist after having a cool shower, as I was applying my body cream, I heard the sounding of someone opening my door. I felt it was my roommate, but it was not her. It was a tall, heavily built, and a cute guy standing with his legs crossed in front of my door. It was Mr. Black. I was dumbfounded. He calmly closed the door and made his way towards me. I was becoming nervous, and trust me, I have never been this nervous before a man since I became wild doing my strip dance business. However, I decided to overcome this nervousness as I stood up. He held me on my slippery arms. There was this feeling that moved within my arteries and veins that got me shaking. "This is not me!" Immediately, he whispered into my ears, "You cannot run away from me. Even if you run, you cannot hide. If you hide, there is only one place you can hide, and that is in here," pointing to his heart. As his passionate eyes were already gazing into my eyes, I wondered where this is heading. As I turned round and slowly bending my head just to avoid his charming looks, he raised my head gently, lifting my jaw. As I gazed into his eyes this second time, I became more tensed. He still fixed his brown eyes looking into mine with uttermost devotion and commitment. I was ready to strip because I thought he wanted a quick fun as usual so that I can attend to other customers. Instead, he took the cream that was still in my hands, offering to help me finish the application as he gently applied the cream. Myriads of thought kept flowing in me. I was engrossed with the movement of his hands, and I felt this passionate bliss and heat that is rising within me as I got more intensified. It was truly a mixed feeling. Mr. Black put his arm around my waist, lifting me on the sofa, and knelt before me. Surprisingly, he never did anything but kept looking into my eyes. "Rhea, you are indeed the bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and I promise to make you happy and fulfill all your dreams. I thank God that my lost love was brought back to me. Please, will you marry me?" As he kisses in a golden ring into my mouth. I said yes to him. Yeah, I accepted to marry him because since I met him, I have full joy. Immediately, he carried me up in ecstasy with the tears in his eyes. "I will make you the happiest woman on earth," he screamed. We were very happy, laughing without fear in words on the cushion as the stars light up the sky like a treasure in an island. Our hearts skip in ecstasy as they feel the waves' current whispering secrets as old as creation to our souls, telling folklores of a magnetic love so far, yet near to immortals. and as the cool morning breeze rushes to our feet like children at play in a sonata moonlight. Those affirmative words spiced with a soothing touch, a healer of sorrows and pains in his boredom, moment when the past is erased and a new beginning born to fertilize the soul and purge every detail of heartbreak away. As we lay on the floor of the dunes, I heard the splashing of the waters creating ripples as the birds sing lullaby songs to celebrate a new beginning. A moment carved so deep into the sands of time, a moment that defines who we are, and moment that sticks forever. Never-ending episodes that only the morning dews could melt away into forever. I have come to love a heart as soft as yours, Rhea, my love. This is reality and dream come true. It serenades both body and soul. Black said to me as my strip dance job ended that night with Black by my side.